Hello, my name is Dave Rutherford and welcome to my YouTube channel, Guitar Lessons Middlesbrough. I am a teacher here in Teesside, the northeast of England, and today we're going to be looking at the scales for Trinity Rock and Pop's Guitar Grade 1. So looking at the PDF which is available on the Trinity Rock and Pop website, we can see we have an E minor scale and we have a C major scale. So we're going to start with the E minor one, and then we're going to discuss how to use that and what you will be using it over in the exam. So let's start with the scale. First of all, we start with an open low E string. For those of you who don't know what an open string is, that means we strike the string by itself with no fingers on. Then I'm going to play fret 3 on the same string. Then the open A string, which is the second string down to look at, also known as the 5th string. Then fret 2 on the same string. So if we stop there and look at those 4 notes. Then I string down to look at, also known as the 4th string, the D string here. Giving it a wiggle for you. Open with no fingers. Then fret 2. Next string. 0. Open string. And fret 2. Next string. Open. And fret 3. And the last note. Open. And the notes we want to remember that we're going to finish our musical phrases on, our riffs, our licks, are the first and last note, and then the one that's in the middle, which is fret 2 on the D string, which is the 4th string up or the 3rd string down. You can see it clearly there. So practicing these scales, first of all, just practice them going up. Now you're all thinking, well, I'm going down. I don't understand that. We're talking in terms of pitch. The pitch is going up as we play. And get used to playing it just going up. Once you've done that, playing it descending or backwards, however you'd like to phrase that, should be a lot easier. Just allow that hand to digest it. Find what fingers you prefer to use. I use finger 2 for the fret 3s and finger 1 for the fret 2s. That works fine. Right, so using the scale. On the Trinity Rock and Pop website we have a short backing track which gets looped around and it sounds like this. Listen to what the track's like. Excellent. What do we do over it? So we're going to take that scale and take small chunks of it, scale fragments, handful of notes at a time. And I'm going to try and construct small licks. So I'm going to do 0, 2 on the 3rd string down, and 0, 2 on the 4th string down. And I can jumble these around in any order. And I've got to finish on fret 2 of the D string, 4th string up, 3rd string down. Let's hear that in action. So that's the type of thing you'd expect in an exam. Just creating a small melody, improvised. Now the rules of improvising, once we use a scale like E minor, that will match the piece that you're playing over. So the first chord of your piece, example 1 in the Trinity PDF file, is available on their website, starts on E minor. Now, generally speaking, that means it's in the key of, it belongs to E minor. The notes that made those chords are the same notes that make that scale. That's what happens with improvising. If you use those notes and don't deviate and play random things, random notes that aren't part of that pattern, you can't really go wrong. You're going to play things that you like, you're going to play things where you think, I'm not so sure about that. It's just trial and error. No one who starts learning to improvise knows what it's going to sound like. That's why it's improvising. So you just got to go for it and see what you come up with. Let's look at the second scale. So we have a C major scale. I'm going to show you this one. Sits over a C major chord very nicely. So we're going to start with finger 3 on fret 3 on the A string. The next string will be an open string. Fret 2 with finger 2. Fret 3 with finger 3. Let's take a look at those two strings. Next, I'm going to hit the G string, 3rd string up, 4th string down, open, then fret 2. So I'll play it slowly so far. Then the next string, open, and fret 1. So the whole thing, slowly. Now let's have a listen to the track that's on the Trinity website. Okay, so now that you've had a listen to that track, we're going to take our scale. And it's only the first and last note on this one. And I'm going to try and construct some small phrases. The notes I'm going to use, the small fragment to get myself going, is 0, 2, an open string. On the 4th string down, the G string, so when I'm wiggling. 2nd fret on the same string, open B string, and fret 1. So I'll play it slowly. And let's see what we can do with those 4 notes. Excellent. Not too difficult. Just trying to repeat things I like and move away from things that I play and I'm not so sure about. Those are the scales for grade 1 Trinity rock and pop guitar. Look at the charts in the example in the improvising section. Look at the scales in this video, and most importantly, practice improvising over the tracks that you've got. You can also go on YouTube, type in E minor backing track, C major backing track, and there's hundreds and hundreds of things on there that you can jam away to your heart's content. Happy jamming.